So how is AI changing the world of information technology? How will AI impact you and your career as an IT professional? And how can you leverage the power of AI in your day-to-day work? To answer these questions, we need to learn about artificial intelligence in the IT industry. There are three main ways that you can leverage AI as an IT professional. First, you can train custom AI models using datasets, a simulation, or by demonstration. Second, you can build AI applications using pre-trained AI modules. And third, you can use pre-built AI tools to become more productive with your day-to-day tasks. Let's take a look at each of these three approaches in more detail. So the first way we can leverage AI as IT professionals is to train our own AI models. This is generally the most difficult of the three approaches to leveraging AI in your business. In addition, it currently requires quite a bit of knowledge of data science and machine learning. However, as we develop more user-friendly tools, it will become more easier and accessible to all IT professionals. There are three main approaches to training AI models: training via dataset, training via simulation, and training via demonstration. First, we can train AI models using our own data in the form of a training dataset. This approach is often used for supervised machine learning, which we saw earlier. All of the machine learning and deep learning examples that we saw in the previous module fall into this category. This approach involves tasks like collecting, cleaning, organizing, and labeling data for training. In addition, it also involves tasks like training, selecting, verifying, and deploying our models into production. This is currently the most common of the three approaches to training AI models, but it is also one of the more difficult approaches. However, it's becoming easier every day with more powerful and user-friendly tools like TensorFlow with Keras and AutoML. Second, we can train AI models using a computer simulation. This approach is often used for reinforcement learning. We train the agent in a computer simulation, which acts as a virtual sandbox for the real world environment. Then we fine tune the agent's behavior in a safe real world environment to iron out any training issues. Finally, we deploy the agent into the real world while we monitor its behavior and collect new data to further improve the model. All of the reinforcement learning examples we have seen so far fall into this category as well. This approach is currently less common, but is becoming more common for solving complex multi-step problems. Unfortunately, this is typically the most difficult of the three methods of training AI models. Finally, we can train AI models by demonstration. With this approach, we physically show the agents how to perform the tasks we want completed. The agent observes the environment and the set of actions that we choose to get to the goal state. Then the agent learns to replicate our behaviors, compensating for variations and deviations with each new instance of the task. For example, we have collaborative robots or cobots which learn to complete tasks by manual instruction rather than explicit programming. This approach requires no programming or machine learning skills. All of that work has already been completed by someone else. Instead, this method is designed specifically for non-technical end users. It's currently the least common approach, but will likely become very popular as we develop better training tools and techniques. All three of these approaches have various pros and cons. In addition, one approach may work well for solving certain problems, but not at all for other problems. So it's important to understand each of the three approaches and use the approach that makes the most sense for each. AI as IT professionals is to build modular AI applications. Most modern AI applications are built by writing together a set of smaller modules, each containing a specific pre-trained AI model. Each of these modules performs a much smaller AI task and feeds its results into other modules further down the chain. The result is an application that can perform much more complex AI tasks as a whole. For example, imagine that we work for a large soft drink company called Big Cola. Our marketing team needs to identify possible social media influencers to promote our brand. So they currently do this manually by combining through social media posts, looking for positive mentions of a product. They manually verify that the post contains an image with our product, that the customers in the photo are happy, and that the sentiment about the product is positive. So when they find a potential influencer, they post a reply offering them free products to help promote our brand. This is definitely not something a programmer could automate easily without the help of artificial intelligence. However, by combining the right set of AI modules together, this is actually a relatively simple task to program. We start with the module that scans our followers' social media accounts for posts that mention our brand. If we find a post that mentions a brand, we feed the image into a product detection algorithm. If the module detects a product in the image, then we feed the image into a face detection module. If the module determines that the faces in the image are happy, then we feed the text into a sentiment analysis module. If that module determines that the sentiment of the text is positive, then we notify marketing about the potential product influencer. From there, the marketing team can verify and reach out to the potential influencer to offer them free products to help promote our brand. It's the combination of these small AI modules that will lead to many of the novel AI applications of the future. In addition, by adding these small AI modules into our current applications, we can breathe new life into our old apps. It will be up to us as software developers and IT professionals to create the next generation of applications using these pre-trained AI modules. So that was the end